see what they got to say about my blood work. Yay. We shall see. So we're sitting waiting. I'll let you guys know what I want you to know. And put it that way. Okay, guys, I made it out, and we're eating at our favorite restaurant, Wendy's. I got me a burger and a fry, or a burger and chili, and a 0 sugar drink, which I gotta quit drinking. Not so good news in there, I'll tell you that. Not so good news. Oh lordy, my life's really about to change, and it kind of stinks. Let me show you Wendy's.
Hi guys, how are you doing today? My name is Kidneyjay. The J stands for jerk because my kidneys are a pair of jerks. And this is a pink fairy 1, 2, 3 video. And this is an update video. I am going to also give you a bit of a cheat sheet on Pink Fairy if you don't know who she is. Now, the reason why I'm making this video today is because Pink Fairy gave us an update and it looks like she has lost a toe, or at least part of a toe, due to her uncontrolled diabetes. Now, this video is from March 8th, 2022, where Pink Fairy announced to her 37,000 followers on YouTube that she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and things were going to change. It was going to be her last hurrah with the fast food and the junk food. Spoiler alert, obviously it was not. So guys, before I do get started, if you could maybe put a square patty on that like button, maybe put a buttload of crackers on that subscribe button if you are not subscribed already, as well as I do have memberships if you want to support my humble little channel that way. You can. So for the uninitiated, I think we'll use a little pink on the sink action to get you caught up to speed about who Pink Fairy is. So Pink Fairy started her channel about 7 years ago. She would do a lot of what I eat in a day, a shopping vlog, and American style mukbangs where you get a lot of usually unhealthy food, eat it in front of the camera, and share a meal with your audience. This type of content garnered Pink Fairy hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions. But as the popularity of that content started to wane, so did her views. Now, I'm going to get this question in the comment section. If you know the answer, feel free to leave it down below. But I do believe Pink Fairy will turn either 46 or 47 April 19th. Okay, so let's bring it back to that fateful day in March 2022 where Pink Fairy was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and was educated about her situation. And of course, we have the Pink Fairy subtitles on so we can understand what's going on.
Made it home. So, doctors, what they said. Anyways, yeah, I got diabetes. Got the papers right here. Got high sugar. So, I want a medicine for it. I'm going to go pick them up. High cholesterol, and she put me on a water pill. So, I got to check my sugar. She gave me the paper to do my my sugar testing. And then I got to go back in 3 months. And then she gave me all this work to look on too, about diabetes and things like that. So, and then I got all my lab work right here, which I'm showing it in my appointment card for my next appointment in 3 months. She wants to see me back in 3 months. See, I'm doing all the medicine, stuff like that. So, yeah, so things are definitely changing for me, that's for sure.
Well, they definitely, for sure, did not change. Pink Fairy's content would still be, you know, eating fast food, junk food hauls, just par for the course. And it seems like every time Pink Fairy went for a checkup, her numbers would not be good. So this video is from October 2023, so a year and 7 months after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and you could see her numbers are still off the charts.
Sitting here drinking me some coffee. Just just tested my sugar. It was 204. Last night before I went to bed, it was 160. So my numbers are getting a little better, okay? Before my sugars were still running in the 300s.
So here we go. Here's a visual aid for everyone. That is no bueno, not good. And I've talked about this before, why controlled sugar is so important when you're a type 2 diabetic. It was explained to me like this: when you have high sugar, it's like little tiny shards of glass going everywhere your blood circulates, and it can affect the small blood vessels in your eyes as well as your lower extremities. And if you get a cut, it could be slow to heal. If it heals at all, the infection could actually go as far as to the bone, which is called osteomyelitis. And that is the point where you would need an amputation, which leads us to present day Pink Fairy. And it looks like that very scenario happened.
Well, y'all, I hurt my foot. Got an infection in my big toe and had to have some of the bone removed out of it. Had surgery on it twice. Actually, I was in the hospital for like 6 days because they did one surgery on a Sunday. Waited a couple days, sent off the bone testing, and then they come back and I still had a little bit of infection on the bone, so they had to scrape it and do it some more. So yeah.
Ooh, the scraping and having to do it more sounds horrific to me. Now, this was uploaded March 27th, 2025, so almost 3 years since her type 2 diagnosis. And keep in mind, Pink Fairy is not an old woman. We're talking mid to late 40s here.
I was in the hospital for a little while. I've been out for a couple of weeks now, so if you wonder why I ain't been doing surgery, I gotta wear this boot. Went to the doctor's on Tuesday last week. It's healed up, so I go again this Tuesday. It's healing good. They took out a few of the stitches. I had quite a few stitches, like a lot. And I don't really want to show it like that.
I understand her not wanting to show it. I wish she would, as a cautionary tale. Sometimes people visually need to see what can happen before it clicks. Now, I've mentioned this a million times before. I am a dialysis patient. Top 2 reasons why kidney failure happens is uncontrolled diabetes as well as uncontrolled blood pressure. And I see this all the time. People will come in with all their 10 toes one day, and the next day, well, not next day, a week or 2 later, they come back and they have had a toe amputation. And it's sad to say this probably will not be Pink Fairy's first and only amputation. She will probably have more in the future. I was chatting with a dialysis patient once, and they told me, yeah, this nurse so-and-so told me that once they start cutting, they don't stop. And I witnessed that patient, unfortunately, throughout the years, come in with toe amputations, then their feet were amputated, and then both legs amputated above the knee. And I do want to take this opportunity to say that Pink Fairy has lost weight, as well as I think she is maybe sticking to her low-carb diabetic diet now. This probably was a huge wake-up call for her, but she does admit in the past she has not taken this seriously, and this is unfortunately what can happen with uncontrolled type 2 diabetes because you're not following your diet. So I am going to leave it here. Pink Fairy does go on to say that she had 6 weeks of antibiotics at home. She's going to get the stitches out next week, and she is on the mend for now. So I will leave you guys, the real ones, with this clip of Pink Fairy saying she did not take this seriously. Bye now.
So far. Because, like I said, my numbers are still, like, through the roof. And have I been taking it seriously the last year since I've been diagnosed? Nope.